Hey y'all, in today's video I'm going to be unboxing, setting up, and testing out this MUNBYN laser engraver. This is a mat to put underneath the work so that whatever you're cutting doesn't get damaged, or whatever your surface you're cutting on doesn't get damaged. Comes with a nice manual. Looks like it has assembly instructions and operation instructions as well. It's very nicely packaged. For transparency's sake, I wanted to let you know that I am not getting paid for this video, but I did get sent this laser engraver for free from MUNBYN, so take that for what you will. I give you my honest opinion. I'm not getting paid for my opinion, but I did get this sent for free. They also gave me a 5% discount code to share with y'all. That'll be linked in the description of this video. I found this assembly to be super easy. I just followed the instructions. I didn't even have to look anything up. I've assembled a lot of things both professionally and for myself, and instructions are very important and they did a really good job with them. There's also an assembly video on the Amazon listing that is very detailed and would be super easy to follow. But I just found that the instruction booklet was good enough for me. This full assembly only took me around 10 to 15 minutes. These longer legs allow you to cut larger pieces on the laser engraver. It also allows you to fit the included rotary roller underneath so that you can engrave on curved surfaces. I don't have any curved surfaces to test that out on, so I'll have to do that at a later date. This is compatible with a lot of different softwares, but I just use Lightburn because that's what almost everyone else uses, and that's also what I use. So this is me doing my first test cuts, and I will show you the results. The first test I did was to see how many passes it would take to cut through 1.5mm plywood. I set the power to 95% and the speed to 1000 millimeters per minute. These types of lasers give off some smoke, so I just turned on my exhaust fan. And here are the results. It took 4 passes at 1000 millimeters per second at 95% power. And here's my first fill test at 30x speed. All of these burns were at 95%. I went from 1000 to 10,000 millimeters per second for the speed. As you would expect, the slow speeds just burnt right through. I decided to jump right in and cut my first real item. This is at 50x speed. In real time, this took about 15 minutes. It is 150 millimeters tall and 250 millimeters wide. This piece of wood is 1.5 millimeters thick. Because it is so thin, the wood has a tendency to warp. This can lead to some uneven burning. You can use some double-sided tape to tape it down flat. 5 passes wasn't quite enough to cut this all the way through, so I did 5 more. I'm very pleased with this. This will look great above my shop door. The shadow effect is caused by having my power too high. I need to figure out a better power rate, and I will do that in the next test. I decided to do a much more in-depth fill test. I am testing different speeds at different powers. This is at 200x speed. In real time, this took about 50 minutes. Alright, so there's our test. So we got 10% power to 100% power. And 1000 millimeters per minute up to 10,000 millimeters per minute. It looks pretty reasonable, like we would actually be able to do some, looks like we would be able to do some fills at 10,000 millimeters a minute. So that's pretty fast. If we were up around the 90 to 100 range. If I realistically want to stay, you get a real deep one at like 8. Nothing was even close to going through the other side. But yeah. To avoid the shadow, it looks like I need to be around 50% power at those higher speeds. All right, it's time for a recap and my final thoughts. I personally love this laser engraver. From the start, it looked beautiful, so that's +1. And then immediately getting the instructions and then being great, that was a good number 2. And even if I didn't have the instructions, I could have looked at the videos that they had on their Amazon account, and those would have been helpful. So from the start, that was great. The assembly was great. It was super easy. So A+ on that. And then figuring out the cutting and everything was super easy because I am familiar with Lightburn. Lightburn's a little difficult, but that has nothing to do with the laser itself. This laser is just so much more powerful than anyone I've used before, so I'm used to having to run the power super high to get anything to happen. This one you can run the power a lot lower and get a lot cleaner of a cut with a lot less like shadowing, overburny type of thing. So in the future, I'm gonna have to run this at a lower power, which is fine. Like, there's no issue with that. I can run at a lower power. It'll be less smoky. Everything will be great. Supposedly, this thing is supposed to cut through around 3/4 of an inch thick wood. So I definitely am gonna try that out. If it can cut through 3/4 inch wood, I'm gonna be able to make some really, really cool things with this. It also comes with this roller to cut on round objects. So the object would turn and the laser would just engrave in one direction. So it would have to, do the curve. I don't have anything to use this on yet, but I'm excited to try this out. They say you can use it on like glasses and mugs, coffee cups and things like that. I've also seen people use it on like baseball bats and things of that nature. So I'm excited to try this out. And yeah, overall, I'm super excited to have this laser engraver. If you can't see this, it's the MUNBYN, ILEMGR. I'll have this linked in the description, and I will also have a discount code where you can get an extra 5% off. This is a really great deal already. I have a slightly cheaper one of a different brand, and this is so much better for only like $100 more. So I would totally go with this one if I had to actually buy another one. If in the future I start getting into laser engraving and selling things that I make with a laser engraver, and I can't do all the volume with just one, I can get a second one, I would definitely go with this brand and this model. I just think it's really great, and I like things to be cheap but good quality, and this fits in that boat. Like it's good quality, but it's not like the lowest tier in pricing, because the lowest tier in pricing just can't do what I want it to do. This one did exactly what I wanted it to do, and it's a good price. So I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I have a bunch of social medias in the description as well if you want to check those out. This company also has social medias. They have a YouTube channel. I'll have that linked in the description as well. Hopefully they will put up the videos about the laser engraver soon. Yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye!